Rumors are that allegedly Porsha has a big announcement. What is that announcement? And when can we expect it? Well, I have some new information that may answer all of those questions and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. Alright, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about. And it centers around rumors that allegedly Porsha has a big announcement. What is it? And when can we expect to hear this alleged announcement? Well, I have some new information that may answer all of those questions and more. And here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly Porshaguobadia has a big announcement she's preparing to reveal. Sources say this news is huge and will solidify Porsha as a major reality TV show star. The exact nature of the announcement is still under close wraps. However, those in the industry are still speculating what this alleged announcement could be. One source said, "I really believe that Porsha might be reintroduced to the Real Housewives of Atlanta group. After seeing how many former and current housewives were in attendance at her wedding, I could very well see her making a surprise return mid-season. It's not crazy to think. It would be the perfect surprise in a mid-season trailer. Also, the interest is there for her to rejoin. Now," said the source, "the interest may not be with the entire Real Housewives of Atlanta fan base. However, the demand is definitely there for her to rejoin the cast when it comes to Porsha's individual fan base. So, the question is, what else could Porsha be allegedly ready to announce? Well, another industry insider speculated that Porsha could definitely be ready to make a return to reality TV. However, just not to Bravo. The source continued, "I can definitely see Porsha joining a Love and Marriage Atlanta if that ever happened. It would be a good fit, and she can get back to making those big reality TV show checks." The last source speculated that Porsha could announce a pregnancy, which would be shocking. The source continued and admitted a pregnancy announcement, if you can believe that, would definitely be via surrogate. But with Porsha, who knows? The source went on to say that Porsha seeing Shamia about to have another bundle of joy may have given Porsha baby fever. Now, whether you believe all these rumors and speculations or not, all sources agree that a big announcement for Porsha's camp is definitely coming, if nothing else but to capitalize on all of the extra attention that she received from her wedding. Now, more than ever, would be the perfect time for Porsha to make her next move, since all eyes are currently on her and her new marriage to Simon. Now, kinfolk, when I heard this rumor, actually about a week ago, I didn't really believe it. And I was like, what big announcement could she be ready to make outside of her and Simon had this big, amazing wedding, right? And you know, it's going to the holiday season, and you would think any big announcement probably be foreshadowed or overshadowed by, you know, the holidays and hosting and bustling, things of that nature. But my sources are saying that you can definitely expect a big announcement from Porsha probably after the holiday season, and what that announcement could be of various things. The first thing that I find very interesting that I kind of could see the announcement being is this. Now, I know a lot of people will laugh at this rumor or this speculation and be like, nah, I don't see that happening. But me personally, I could definitely see a big announcement being Porsha and Simon are about to have a child via surrogate. And I just say that because if you are to believe the rumors that Porsha and Shamea are constantly in competition with one another, then that would seem to be the next shoe that would drop, right? Shamea has her a Nigerian African descent husband. Porsha now has her Nigerian African descent husband. Shamea had this big grand wedding overseas. Porsha had a big wedding planned overseas, but she decided to bring it back stateside and still make it big nonetheless. Shamea and her African descent husband have purchased this huge mansion. Porsha and Simon bought this huge mansion. And so now we have Shamea and her husband about to have another child via surrogate. And it only just seems quite natural that the next thing would be for Porsha and Simon to have a child via a surrogate. Or Porsha could actually carry the child. That's the part of the rumor that I do find very interesting. And I do find most likely an announcement, or what would be a big announcement, whenever Porsha decides to make it. Now, I know a lot of people might think that seems far-fetched, but I just see that actually being the case, because it just seems like the pieces of the puzzle are already there, and it just seems like the most logical thing. I would say I find that part of the rumor very hard to believe, but just hearing those similarities and seeing those similarities, I just think that is the announcement. But the next part of this rumor, kinfolk, that I find very interesting is this. Some people are suggesting that the announcement could very well be that if Carlos King ever had a love and marriage Atlanta, that it would be Porsha and Sam will be the main couple. And that it could be the fact that she's about to make an announcement that she's returned to reality television. And it could be a love and marriage Atlanta. But I think there are also other opportunities for her and Simon to join a reality TV show. Love and Marriage Atlanta, if they ever came up with one, would probably be the most logical thing. However, I can see them joining other reality TV shows. However, the issue with that is, when you look at the basis of what Love and Marriage franchise is all about, it's about pretty much exposing what appears to be great, solid marriages and showing the viewers behind the scenes things. Just showing that everyone that marriage is not as solid as it appears, or that it may appear to be solid, but a lot of work goes on behind the scenes to make it successful. And I just don't think, if you are to believe that part of the rumor, that Porsha and Simon are about to announce that they're joining a potential Love and Marriage Atlanta. I just don't believe it, and I don't think a lot of people who understand how Love and Marriage Atlanta, how the Love and Marriage franchise work, really believes that rumor either. Simply because Porsha and Simon, for all intents and purposes, are very protective of their relationship and their relationship image. So I would doubt they would give producers free range to give everyone a behind-the-scenes look of what they have deemed a fairy tale perfect marriage, even though we know that's not quite the case. However, knowing how guarded Porsha and Simon are with their image, I just don't see them joining a franchise where the whole synopsis is giving you a behind-the-scenes look at what actually goes on in a couple's marriage. I just don't see them doing that. Which brings me next to the second logical thing that I can kind of see as being factual, and it's this. I could very well see, and I know a lot of people are saying this, and my sources have continued to hit this on the head, that Bravo and the network have moved on from Porsha. But however, I still can see, if you're looking for the second most logical thing after a baby via surrogacy, it would be Porsha rejoining the ladies of the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise. The inroads are there. The storyline is definitely there. The storyline really never left anywhere. And also, I could see them bringing her on mid-season as like a mid-season surprise, like they did Nene a couple seasons back. I just feel like if you are to think that Porsha, or believe that she's about to make this huge announcement, because right now it's all speculation and rumors, I would probably put my money second on that. The fact that she may be rejoining the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise. Right now, we do know that they are hitting that mid filming mark, where they have been filming probably about 3 months. And now they're about to pretty much get all the content and the footage for the mid-season, which would be a perfect time for Porsha to make a grand entrance. right after her wedding. Her and Simon are newlyweds, and some of the ladies were there at her wedding, so they might want to say, hey, what's going on? Drop in. Let's see what the numbers do. Let's see if the attention is there. Let's see if the interest is there. So I definitely can see that being a possibility. Now, will she rejoin the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise as a full-time cast member mid-season? Probably not. Will she come back as a friend of the show? Probably not. But I do believe she would come back in this capacity. I think she would come back in the capacity of a cameo. Like I said, the way Nene did a couple of seasons back. Just to see how things are going. But you never know. They might could bring her back on as a friend of the show via Candy of all people. Because if you notice, Candy and Drew were the only two current housewives who were at Porsha's wedding, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't think Drew is necessarily seen as a strong enough housewife to have a friend of the show. So quite naturally, it probably be Candy, especially seeing how Candy and Porsha have that previous relationship already established. But other than that, that would probably be my second bet on what this alleged big announcement could be. Now, Kinfolk, if you are to believe this rumor that Porsha has this big announcement that she's about to reveal soon, do you think it could be that she's about to have a baby via Surrogate? Or do you think it's probably a return to reality TV show? Or return to reality TV? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright, Kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys over on the next one. Peace.